So is pointing out somebody's mistakes or errors and correcting them wrong? Absolutely no. It is not what you correct, it is how you correct it. If done nicely and politely, it is an art that only few have mastered. In the corporate world, it is very easy for criticism to be taken as a personal attack. But here's the truth. Criticism is necessary. It helps you grow, it helps you improve, and it helps you succeed. The trick is knowing how you deliver criticism without sounding either harsh or disrespectful. So watch the video till the end so that you don't come across as somebody who just criticizes people to boost your own ego. The first rule of delivering a criticism is never criticize in public. Public criticism rarely leads to reflection, it leads to embarrassment and resentment. Even if the mistake was made in a public setting, your correction does not have to be in a public setting. Whatever feedback or correction you have to give to a person, make it personally behind closed doors. Imagine you are in a team meeting and your colleague Ria presents a deck which lacks the critical data that you discussed upon previously. So instead of criticizing her in front of the entire team, saying that, hey Ria, this deck is incomplete, it does not have the data that I talked to you about, which could put her on the defensive side, try waiting till the end of the meeting and then speak to her politely, even more privately. Hey Ria, can we talk about the deck that you just presented? I think it lacks Q4 data, which can make the pitch much stronger. What do you say? Let's work on it together. Always remember, private conversation leads to reflection and public conversation leads to defensiveness and embarrassment. Rule number 2 is to sandwich criticism between two praises. Before pointing out what went wrong, try to point out and praise what went right. People are more open to suggestions and improvement once they know that their efforts are being appreciated. Say your junior spent 2 days working on a client report, but when you reviewed the report, you found that it lacks structure. Instead of directly jumping to flaws, start with, I appreciate the work you've put into making the report. It is clearly evident that you have worked really hard. I feel one thing that we can improve upon is the structure of the report. Maybe we can start with a summary and then break down the sections clearly. This is how you make them feel encouraged and not attacked. Rule number 3 is to make the criticism impersonal. Focus on the action and not the person. When feedback becomes personal, people stop listening and start defending. So always focus on the output or the outcome and not the personality. Say you have a team member who constantly interrupts everyone while they are speaking in a team meeting. So instead of saying them directly that, hey, you are being rude and interruptive, try saying them, I've noticed that in our meetings we cut each other off. Because of this, it breaks the flow and sometimes the voices get lost. Can we try to let everyone finish before we respond? This is how you convert a personal issue to an impersonal issue. Rule number 4 is to offer a clear solution and not just pointing out the problems. Criticism without guidance often leaves the receiver unmotivated, confused, and lost for direction. And you don't want that, right? Always offer a roadmap for the way forward. This shows that you are there to help and not just judge. Imagine a designer in your team presents a brand new layout that is creative and engaging but lacks the brand consistency. Instead of saying, hey, this does not match with our brand at all, try saying, layout is engaging and it catches attention. But to align with our brand, can we stick to the selected color palette and the selected font? If you feel confused with the color palette and the fonts, I can help you and we can work this out together. This way, you're not shutting them down, but you're setting them up for success. Rule number 5 is to always ask for cooperation and don't demand it. Always use a collaborative language. People don't respond well to orders and commands, but they do respond well to involvement and open suggestions. So replace command with respect and invitation to collaborate. For example, if a colleague has not responded to client query for 2 days, instead of saying, hey, you should reply to that email ASAP, it is very urgent, try saying this. Hey, I noticed that the client is waiting for your response. Can we prioritize replying to him today? I see that you have kept it halted for 2 days. If you face any complications, let me know and we can frame it together. Now, this language is not provoking, it is engaging. Rule number 6 is to always end a criticism conversation on a friendly note. The recipient should feel encouraged and not defeated. The way you end your feedback conversation matters the most. You want them to feel respected, supported, motivated, and optimistic about fixing the issue. Say you have just discussed multiple issues with the team member's performance, you can end it with this. I know there's a lot to improve and I believe in your potential. Let's take it step by step and I've got your back whenever you need it. The closing line not only builds the confidence but also help you preserve the relationship with your colleague. Rule number 7 is not harping on the criticism. To call attention to an error once is justified, twice is unnecessary, and three times is nagging. Remember, your objective in criticizing the other person is to get the job done in benefit of both of you and not to win an ego fight. So once something is taken care of, you need not bring out that same error in future conversations. If you are somebody who does that, it actually comes off as somebody who is ego starved. Always remember, giving criticism is about being helpful, it is not being hurtful. So the next time you correct somebody, always remember these 7 rules. If you master this, your feedback will be respected, and at the same time you will earn trust, loyalty and better results from your team members. If this video helped, hit the like button and share it with your colleagues. Subscribe for more practical corporate wisdom. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in next one.